I showed, or not me, but I think the team showed that we have a lot of pieces and a lot of people that can, play multiple positions. And I think a lot of guys showed a lot of sparks in, certain senses of their game today. And I thought it was great. Yeah, every single day it's like a fist fight in practice between those two, and it's great because Jace needs it because he's pretty raw. But he has a lot of potential, and Dave needs it because when he doesn't play till December, so it's good for him to have a little slugging match in practice every day. Said, man, like he had a really great game today. I thought he really pushed the tempo and scored and got to the paint, found people, and he hit some tough shots. And I'm not surprised about him because he does that almost every day in practice. He's working on being more consistent, but he played excellent today. And JoJo is still coming around and working hard, and he made some tough shots today too. So, I think it was great. And, our backcourt is, improving, and it has to improve for us to be where we want to be at the end of the season. So, chemistry is huge. I mean, that's one thing we're still working on, and we got a couple more weeks before we have to really dial in and get it all together.
Right,
so,
man. Good to see you.
That's why we have practice, and we practice for 3 hours a day so we can get comfortable with one another's game. So, it's just a work in progress right now. That could help tremendously. If we have guys that can step up now, and once we add Said and Dave, sky's can be a limit for us, I feel like. Guys like JoJo, and I even think Devin had a great game today, defensively being a havoc and, finishing at the rim a little bit. So, if those guys can step up and be consistent for us, and once we get those two guys, it'll be a great thing for us.
Anytime, man.
It's a good experience. I guess it's the closest I'm going to get to playing a real game until I'm eligible. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean we talk to each other and try to challenge each other, push each other. So got to make each other better. I think more just developing footwork, and I think working on my left hand in the post. Developing an all-around game. So it was just a good experience to play against an NBA caliber player. He's as good as he is, obviously, because he's in the NBA. So it's a good chance for me to just guard him mostly and just play against someone who's at that level. I mean, I've been through this before. I've redshirted. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's going to be good. I mean, obviously a lot of people saw some stuff that we have, but I mean, we're only going to keep getting better. It's going to be exciting, have a lot of athletic guys, so it should be fun.
Well, it's a starting point for us. I think one of the best things is we've got a lot of guys on this squad that haven't played in front of a crowd with the popcorn popping, and I know it was a heck of a conditioner. We got 7 guys on each squad, so guys got winded and tired. And, I'm looking forward to look at film. I mean, can't say we got a great crowd. Love the fact that people showed up, unveiled the uniforms. The women had a nice exposure here. The women's program, Pac-12 Network, came in. So there's a lot of positive things happening. But our former players, that was cool, having everybody back. And beyond that, it's kind of step one in us breaking down some video and letting everybody see it for themselves, what it is we're trying to do. The situation, Devin was good. I thought Cedric Fairfield had his moments. Big Dave in the post. We're just kind of at that catch-22 point of the season where somebody's really shining, and it probably means you're having a breakdown on the other side. And so hopefully there's a lot of film that we're watching where we can say, man, that was pretty good defense. It was just better offense. And I don't know how many of those are there until I can look at the film. So I was pleased overall. I mean, hey, we got to win. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I mean, we got to get through the preseason, obviously, and I think we've got ample pieces, in their absence. Everybody's making some good strides. I do think we've got some versatility in the lineup. We haven't done much in terms of specials to try to take advantage of how teams are playing and maybe put some of our players in positions where we know that they're expected to do this. It's been very vanilla, our offense and defense right now. I think we've got some weapons that'll be able to do that. And then the other thing about a night like tonight is there's no surprise element, so I'm calling things down on our bench in the first half. The defense hears the call. They know what we're running. They can take us out of it. We get a lot of that cheating. Guys don't want to get embarrassed. So You know, I think we'll be a little bit better offensively when we can have a little bit of that unknown built in, and we're a little bit tired of guarding ourselves right now, but I think we're in a good place. Well, I mean, one guy that comes to mind is JoJo and Devin. Those guys were going right to the bitter end as I was watching. They were getting up and down the floor. You know, we got a lot of us got to get in better shape. This is one of those first times now when I do some conditioning stuff in our practices that they can go, oh yeah, there's a reason why we're doing this, because, you know, we haven't been pounding guys, and it's kind of a slow build. It's a little different than it's been in years past, where you've got 6 weeks. You know, those 42 days, you've got 30 days of practice. And I think it's real important that you don't get to the end of that and have everybody banged up and licking their wounds. So it's been a little bit of a slow move into that. We've had 2 weeks of practice. So, you know, I know our guys will be able to have a little wake-up call and know they got to get in better shape.